nervous because, I mean, Greg did not specifically say, no, it's fake. He didn't. So, I don't know anymore, man. Let me know. Alright, we knew it would come. We got another response video from Hussein how Jeff Nippard tried to destroy my career. And I've already watched the video, I've already got some thoughts, but we're gonna go ahead and watch it again, and then I'm gonna give you my thoughts after that, or throughout the video.
For the past few days, there's been thousands of comments calling me a fake natty, saying I'm a liar, and there's also been hundreds of influencers that some of them I really thought were my friends that came out and made videos absolutely bashing me.
I think you're a piece of shit.
And bashing my name and bashing my natty status.
We got motherfuckers making millions of dollars from this shit, just lying out of their ass.
And in today's video, I'm going to be addressing everything, going over the facts and telling you guys the truth and what happened exactly. Now, before I even start, I just want to say that I am a lifetime natural. I've never touched any sort of steroid, any sort of gear, any sort of peptide. I really don't mind getting judged. I don't mind the doubters. I don't mind the haters. I've been through it already. I just want to tell people the truth. If I decide to hop on, I will look into this camera and tell you guys, all right, I'm on. That's essentially how it is in terms of my natty status. Let's go over exactly what happened and why this whole thing even blew up.
So my overall stance on this, and this still remains true even now, is this whole stunt that they were doing or whatever doesn't make sense to me. I understand, okay, Greg and him, you know, they obviously wanted to get more drama, to get more views on the whole subject, but when your audience is already split in how many people think you're a liar versus, you know, him actually being natural, I think one of the worst things you could have done was to then come out and say something or make this joke or whatever that, oh, I'm actually not natural. I mean, surely, I just don't understand how it didn't really cross their mind, Greg and Hussein's mind, that this wouldn't end well, in my opinion. I don't know, this is just me. I just think because even the people that thought, let's say even the people who think or thought before that he was natural, I mean, surely it must have been, it's like even hard to believe for them because his transformation is so impressive, even though they pass all the blood work and this and that, but because it is that impressive, so by doing that, I mean, it just, for me anyway, and for a lot of other people, it just allowed them to flip the script right away and be like, oh, okay, well, I was suspicious of the whole thing, and this just confirms it. So, still, I think this whole publicity stunt was dumb.
So this whole thing started with me and Greg training at a gym. We were getting a workout in, you know, I was recording the thing for a vlog, and then he came up with the idea to make a video, essentially just trolling all of the haters, trolling everybody that thinks that I'm not a natural by using their arguments of me not being a natural, like,
he hopped on for
16 months and hopped off,
but kept all the muscle,
which just doesn't make sense.
I also had to put on some fat because I'm not on performance enhancing drugs.
His first argument is I wasn't able to achieve it myself, so that's why he's not natural.
Sarcastic video essentially to make fun of them. That was the idea. Greg came up with it and I was like, yeah, sure, that could be funny. And if you watch it, you understand, all right, this is just a joke, like Greg does. He does those sarcastic videos.
Hi, hey, how are you, man?
Filmed this video and then saw the backlash and we were like, oh, we're trying to play it down. I literally have clips of
For 60 of Anavar, a little bit of, what was the last one? Decided to use.
Have clips of me laughing while recording this video. I'll pull up a couple of, and that was the whole point all the way. A lot of people think that we filmed this video and just a joke, like Greg does. He does those sarcastic videos.
Hi, hey, how are you, man? Oh, I love you, Mike Israel.
And that was the whole point all the way. A lot of people think that we filmed this video and then saw the backlash and we were like, oh, we're trying to play it down. I literally have clips of me laughing while recording this video. I'll pull up a couple of them here.
And I decided to use steroids for 16 months straight and then stop after that.
Okay. Testosterone, a little bit of Anavar, a little bit of, what was the last one?
Oh, MK677.
The idea was to edit it, post it, and that's it.
Okay, I can actually believe this, that this was really a troll and not the fact that he actually did this and then they saw backlash from it and were like, oh, we need to pull back on it. So the reason for that is because it is actually impossible to go on steroids for 16 months and then hop off and keep all the gains. Now, I thought maybe when Greg made that comment that it was possible because of this polymorphism thing that I obviously and many others didn't understand at all. So I thought when Greg made that comment, like, oh, maybe this new science came out or whatever that can explain this, Hussein's crazy transformation, but it wasn't. It was made up bullshit. The polymorphism or whatever, it's a real thing, but it's just not in this context, or it's not used in the way that, you can't just keep all the gains after going on a shit ton of steroids. So because that is actually what they were claiming in the video of them making their lie or whatever, because their claim is actually impossible, at least, according to the science that we have right now, I do believe that they actually were making a joke here.
And here's when everything absolutely blew up and went out of proportion. It's when Greg decided to comment on Scott Herman's video saying that I've been on gear for 16 months, I have a video that's coming soon, and that people should go and watch it. Essentially, Greg kind of spoiled the video before it was even out, and everybody saw that comment and everybody started reacting to it.
Hussein, his reputation should be just completely gone.
I had no idea about this comment. Greg didn't tell me about it. I didn't plan the comment. And the whole idea, I think Greg just wanted to boost the video and have people go and watch it when it comes out. That was his plan. Again, I'm friends with Greg. We're cool. I have no problem with Greg. I just think, it would have been obviously better to not do that comment, and he does agree.
I did that to stir up more controversy and to try to get him more views. So that was my mistake. I shouldn't have posted a comment.
Once again, I had no control. It wasn't even my decision for that comment to even be out.
And honestly, I think their video would have been completely fine, and there would have been way less, like, it wouldn't have caused such a stir if that comment hadn't been made. Because if Greg made the comment and then the video dropped like a minute later, again, I think that would have been fine. But the fact is that it sat with us for like a solid 15 hours or so with no explanation. There was nothing from Greg or Hussein's end at the time, and the fact that Greg again doubled down on it, there was no explanation. So what were we supposed to believe? So I'm glad that, Greg, he acknowledges that was a mistake, that was wrong, and obviously, they're paying the consequences right now because they're getting a shit ton of hate for it. And yeah, I think that was dumb on Greg's part. He definitely shouldn't have done that. Again, I think it would have been a fine troll if they had just released the video, but because he let it sit with us for so long before having any clarification with that video, I believe, in my opinion, that it turns into a lie, not a troll.
After Greg posted that comment, hundreds of people started making videos about me, making videos about the situation, and essentially that's also when Jeff decided to make his post, and all of this happened as I was sleeping, right? I slept around 3 a.m. and woke up, I think that day around noon or 1 p.m. around that time, and I had no idea about anything, right? The comment that Greg made, TNF dropping that video, Jeff dropping this post, all of this happened while I was sleeping, right? So I woke up, saw all of the comments on my videos, saw all of the hate. Greg called me like I don't know how many times, my brother was calling me. The video wasn't even out yet, and all of this hate was happening because of the comment that Greg made.
So if Hussein really wasn't involved in that comment at all, then, I mean, this is pretty much like 100% Greg's fault here for, not letting him know about that, so he had no idea. Now, obviously, I don't know 100% that this is what actually happened, but I think it can explain to some degree why there was no response from Hussein for such a long time or whatever, and they obviously waited to post that video. So that comment just should have been made, man. All of this would have just been avoided if that comment wasn't. And you know what, it's not even just that comment, it's the fact that he doubled down. Maybe if Greg just left that comment, it would have still been fine. But the fact that he doubled down and started responding to people's questions about it, it really brewed, oh man, it freaking brewed this whole situation up.
In the process, they screwed over Jeff Nippard.
Now here's the part that I feel like everybody is talking about and that I feel like is kind of in my opinion. Jeff made a post about me essentially saying that he regrets working with me, he regrets including me in the video, and that now he's also one of the doubters, one of the people that thinks that I'm a fake natty. And he posted this on his Instagram and on his YouTube, which means he posted this to 10+ million followers across his platforms. And the reason why I feel like this is a weird move from Jeff is because he knew that it was a joke. The video wasn't serious, it was sarcastic. Essentially, Jeff DM'd Greg and asked him, were you being sarcastic in this comment because everybody thinks that you were being serious?
So I obviously, you know, heard or from other sources online and stuff that, you know, Jeff possibly knew that this was a publicity stunt before making that comment, which makes me believe anyway that Jeff was using this as like a scapegoat or whatever, just to pull the plug and get out of this whole situation because he realized he was getting so much hate. So, I mean, let's see.
Which Greg replied, we're waiting for the video to come out on
Saturday. Me and Hussein posted a 20-minute video. It'll be very interesting to see how the world reacts to the video. And I don't want to say anything more about the video. I just wanted to put some testers and feelers out on what people are going to say. And hopefully everyone in the industry reacts to it. And then we can make more videos reacting to those videos, reacting.
Greg told him everything about the video. You know, it's coming out on Saturday. And then Jeff said, so wait, did he actually cycle? If so, I'll need to publicly retract my statements because I've been putting a lot of my own reputation on the line for it. I'm absolutely with him, all right? If I did cycle, it makes like a lot of sense to retract your comments or make a post like he did, to call me a fake natty, to call me, you know, a liar, whatever. That part I absolutely get. And if that was the case, I have no beef with Jeff. Be my guest, do that post, I don't mind. If I did lie to you, you're in the right to make that post. That's the way I see it. But then this is what I really find weird. Greg told him,
so in the video, but don't tell anyone. In the video, we're gonna come out and say that he took a bunch of stuff. And then I'm gonna say, yeah, it's this polymorphism thing that allowed him to keep all his gains. I would say at the end of the video, 50% of people will be like, this is a joke. And then 50% will say, I knew it. Or they'll watch the first 2 minutes and not watch the full video. So you don't need to retract anything. Let me just leave it at that.
So in the video, he told him exactly what we're going to be doing. He told him it's a joke. He told him we're going to be trolling. Again, it's going to be a video where we make fun of the haters, where we do this, you know, sarcastic video. And after we say that it's a joke, that everything that they just saw is fake, Greg told him that if he could not tell anyone and not make a post yet, because it was only going to make sense then.
You don't need to retract anything.
Okay, so it's, this is tough because I feel like there is a world where the three, Jeff, Hussein, and Greg, are all working together on this and they're trying to, you know, make this blow up and whatever. But also, if, let's say, you know, Jeff really, you know, Jeff wasn't a part of this whole, like, I don't know, stunt that they were doing for views, Greg and Hussein, in what Greg said or what Hussein showed in that video, it wasn't very explicitly Greg saying, no, it's fake, Hussein is natural. Alright, so I was just sitting here editing this video right now, but I didn't catch it. At the bottom, you can see the next text message from Jeff or whatever, which pretty much confirms that Jeff did actually understand that it was a joke. So I did say some stuff saying, well, it wasn't really obvious, maybe Jeff didn't understand. I'm cutting that out of the video now because clearly, based off that next message Jeff sends, he understands it is a joke. Now, maybe Hussein just added that in there. I don't know, but I'm just going off what I'm seeing here. Jeff pretty much, unless Jeff responds to this, Jeff knew it was a joke, so he definitely doesn't deserve an apology, and it's clear as day that he's trying to play the victim here and pull the plug on the whole situation just to get out of it.
And then the part that I really find weird is that Jeff still decided to make that post after Greg told him that it was going to be a joke. It's like as if he never asked anybody, as if he asked Greg and Greg told him, yes, he's actually on gear. That's the post that he made. He made the same post he was going to make as if Greg told him that I was on gear, and he still decided to make that post calling me out. And the reason, honestly, I think Jeff decided to make that post in the first place is because he wasn't able to handle all of the heat he was getting. He called me for a video. I pulled up for the video, got him a viral video. He was able to do another one on it, which also went viral. And all of that obviously got him some hate, which is totally understandable. There's always going to be haters when it comes to these Natty or Not videos, which I'm pretty sure he knew before making the video. But then I hadn't even posted the video yet, but he saw it as an opportunity to flip around, join the haters, and essentially direct all of the hate he was getting towards me. He played the victim, said that, oh, I got tricked. You can all say, I told you so, I'll take my L, knowing everybody was going to be with him. They're going to feel bad for him, and all of that hate is going to go towards me and obviously Greg, because people are going to think, oh, Greg knew about it all along. I thought we were friends. Like, I hadn't even posted the video. He didn't even talk to me. We didn't even have a conversation, and he still decided to make that post calling me out and saying I'm a fake natural. I've messaged Jeff since to ask him, if he would, now that he's watched the video, if it would, he would be down to remove his statements, remove, what he said, and he didn't reply to me. That's essentially what it's at. And yeah, everything that happened with Jeff, for everybody saying that we took advantage of him, Jeff knew about the video before he even went out and decided to make that post too, and I kind of find it, like, again, a bit weird from his part.
So what I think Jeff should have done is, I do think he should have reached out to Hussein. He should have reached out to Hussein himself, because he doesn't know what Greg, I mean, if anything, it's Hussein who is the one who has to say, oh, I'm natural or I'm not. He shouldn't have went to, I guess, yes, Greg did make the post, but it's still Hussein who is in question of being natural or not. So I feel like Jeff should have went to Hussein to talk about it, but I don't know, man. I hope this whole thing can blow over eventually and we can go back to normal, but I don't know. I mean, with the amount of hate that, these guys are getting right now, I'm not sure if it will go back to normal or whatever, because, I mean, let's be honest, Greg just shouldn't have made that comment. That's the video, though. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm always open to your guys' opinions on the situation. And yeah, but that's my thoughts on the whole thing. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you agree with me. If you don't, I'd love to hear your guys' opinion. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.